Hey guys, Zyger here. I just wanted to bring you a new guide for the 2.4 Blessed Hammer build for Crusaders. This is a build that's popped up on the PTR and it builds around the Legacy of Nightmares set, the two-piece rings here. This set is pretty OP right now, but here we go. Let's just get into the gear right now. We got Leoric's Crown. We got basically your best shoulder, but Pauldrons of the Bone King is probably the best in slot. St. Archu's Gauge. This gives you some survivability bonus. This chest is really key to the build. It gives you a 50% damage reduction when above 76% in my case primary resource. It's amazing because we have full resource in this build. Akkhan's Manacles. It's a bracer that increases the Blessed Shield damage to be just hugely insane. Hellfire Amulet, you're looking for either Fervor, Finery, Towering Shield, Long Arm of the Law, or Holy Cause. Right now I have Holy Cause. This is a pretty decent amulet, not just amazing, but it's alright. Basically, you want your best legs that you can get. Ancient if you can, otherwise Poxfalds is actually probably like the best in slot, just does some extra damage here. The build revolves around, like I said, these two rings and the bonus damage that you get from them, which allows you to build basically a no-set set. And then you got Witching Hour Belt, just good damage there. Gyrfalcon's Foote, you want to build around one-hander if you can with this build because you are going to cube a different weapon, which I'll show you in a second. This is just a really fast-firing weapon that conserves your fury. You don't have to spend any resource for a Blessed Shield. Illusory Boot's probably best in slot here, just allows us to move through enemies. And the Jekangboard Shield. Jekangboard's just been remodeled to give you a ton of Blessed Shield damage as well. Now you're really looking for Blessed Shield damage, crit, cooldown on your gear. You also, on the weapon, Life per Rest spend is really good. So let's get into the skills. First of all, Blessed Shield Shattering Throw. This is what throws the shields, which ricochet off enemies. With the Jekangboard, it synergizes to ricochet into additional enemies. Steed Charge. This one is interchangeable with Judgment and Resolve. Sometimes Steed Charge is really good for evading enemies, but you can do Judgment with Resolve also in order to just do a damage boost. Shield Glare Divine Verdict. This is just a damage boost again. Also blinds enemies for you. It's good for CC and additional damage. Iron Skin, Steel Skin just gives us more survivability, long-lasting survivability. 7 seconds is really considerable, another 50% damage boost. Laws of Valor with critical, don't really have to explain that one, I don't think, to most Crusaders. Just a lot of damage boost with the 100% increased critical hit damage, plus the attack speed's really nice on it. Akarat's Champion with Profit, again, is pretty standard for most Crusaders, just gives us a big damage and armor boost there. Passives, Fervor, Finery, Towering Shield, Long Arm of the Law, and Holy Cause, which is on my amulet. Fervor, just some cooldown and reduction and attack speed boost. Finery, more strength is always good. Towering Shield also helps Shield Glare and Blessed Shield. Long Arm of the Law just lets us do the critical for longer. And Holy Cause, more holy damage there. So, that being said, let's get into the gems. I got the Bane of the Trapped, Pain Enhancer, and Bane of the Stricken I think is the best for now. This is just a great combination of damage. Bane of the Stricken is really good for snapshotting right now with legendary potions. Not sure if they'll change that. Paragon, you want basically everything into movement speed because you'll be putting Blessed Shield on your boots, and the rest into strength. Offense, I'm full, but the priority here is basically probably cooldown, crit hit damage, crit hit chance, attack speed. Defense, our priority here is resist all, armor, life regen. Utility, area damage, life on hit, and resource cost reduction and gold find are both basically equally useless in this build, so those are the last two. Alright, so in the cube, let's go over the cube here. We got this new weapon, Akkhan's Leniency. What this does is each enemy hit by your Blessed Shield increases the damage of your Blessed Shield by 30% for 3 seconds. So this stacks really high. This is what really is powerful about the build. Just gives you a ton of Blessed Shield damage. Strong Arm Bracer. Here you have a little bit of leeway. You could also cube the Akkhan's Manacles and use Strong Arm Bracer as your regular bracer. Otherwise, this is usable. If, for instance, you don't have like a good Saint Archu's gauge, this armor slot could be Saint Archu's gauge. But really, the priority here is probably either Akkhan's Manacles or Strong Arm Bracer. I have Unity here. It's not really necessary. The best thing to do here is actually probably Convention of the Elements. Just gives us a huge damage boost. And this build is based on tons of survivability, so you shouldn't really need Unity anyways. You got this for a ton of damage reduction. You got this for more reduction. You got Prophet. You got Iron Skin. Tons of reduction. So let me just show you guys how this build works. Alright, let's get into some gameplay here. So we're in a Greater Rift. This is an 82. Just show you how the build works here. Basically stutter stepping, use your shield, get out of the way of stuff like that. That's really hurtful. So that's where the Steed comes into play. You definitely want to keep stutter stepping, get out of danger when you can. Some stuff's hard to avoid, especially in cluster groups, and the other thing you want to look for is stuff that gets behind you. You want to get out of the way of that stuff. Just stutter step around. Try to aim for the top target first because your shields do the most damage to that. Get out of the way. So we got elites here. Try to get through here. Got some lag issues right here. Try to let the game catch up. Getting in a corner is actually alright, but don't let stuff like behind you in the corner, because you want all the stuff in front of you. That's like best case scenario. Like, this is a lot of crap right now. Get your elites. This is density. So that's about it, guys. Thanks for listening. I do expect this to get nerfed. The 2-ring set's really good at 800% bonus. If this gets nerfed, and I foresee it happening at least a half, I think that you should be able to do a similar build, depending on how much they nerf it by. Otherwise, you might be able to do this with the Akkhan set that they newly remodeled with the 450% bonus for the 6 set. So we'll see what Blizzard has up their sleeves, but I like that Blessed Shield's back. It's kind of fun. I've always thought it's fun. But yeah, that's what we got. So thanks for watching. Catch me on stream, www.twitch.tv/Zygor. And yeah, have a good one.